Yeah.
Is this... Are we dead?
No. This is the Fade. The Inquisitor opened a rift. We came through. And survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look. The Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
So you have any ideas about what to do now, Solus?
This must be very exciting for you, Solus. Any advice you have on what exactly is going on would be wonderful.
What spirit commands this place? I have never seen anywhere like it.
It's not how I remember the Fade either. Perhaps it's because we're here, physically, instead of just dreaming. The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this?
Yeah, a little bit, I think.
I don't know. I still can't remember what happened the last time I did this.
Well, whatever happened at Haven, we can't assume we're safe now. That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Eramond was using. And there could be others.
In our world, the rift the demons came through was nearby, in the main hall. Can we escape the same way?
Yeah, well, worth a try.
Let's find out. There, let's go.
This is fascinating. It is not the area I would have chosen, of course. But to physically walk within the Fade.
Right. You like it here. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, literally.
So, any advice?
Solus, you're the expert on this place. Anything helpful?
The Fade is shaped by intent and emotion. Remain focused, and it will lead you where you wish to go. The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful. Some variety of fear, I would guess. I suggest you remain wary of its manipulations, and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
Yeah, okay. I'm prepared. So yeah, I bet that was a seamless cut. Had to restart the recording because reached the end of the recording length that I can do. Let's level up a little bit before we move on in this weird place. So we got the end one in Vanguard, Bodyguard. Set blows meant for an ally. Not going to go for that. Battle Master. We were considering going further down that. We go further down two-handed weapons. Pommel Strike. Lash out. Briefly stuns. Sounds alright. We'll go for that. Okay, so where to start? I mean, I guess we could head up those steps. Oh wow, our supply cache people managed to get one all the way into the Fade. That was well planned. Okay, so the demons are still annoyed here and will attack us on sight. Good to know. I was hoping they might be a little bit more peaceful in their natural territory. Okay. Clock sentry. What is this? Fears of the Dreamers, the Pilgrim. I came to the Temple of Sacred Ashes with the faithful, ready to help at the conclave. I prayed to the Maker for peace, but the mountain shook and fell and buried me. Alone in the darkness, my legs crushed, I cried in fear of a world with no Maker, fading in and out of dreams with monsters inside the black. Light my final hours, let me go to the Maker without the terrors of darkness confounding me. Okay, so there were some people from the
There must be something here.
Yeah, there's people from the Conclave around. Oh, grappling chain. We have that. Candle. Okay. Find fears of the dreamer. Okay, so we have to fight. Looks like we have to find dreamers' fears, collect them, and then, you know, solve them. Maybe. Sounds a bit crazy. We'll do it. Gonna have a look around here before I go up. Though I suspect going up is where we'll find out why we have to do this. Okay. What's back here? A book? Walking on the Fade Frozen Moments. Codex entry, I think. Yeah. Well, let's get rid of the demons. Yeah, I was just wondering whether the book was a another fear that we had to deal with, but it doesn't look like it is. It looks like it's just some background on the Fade. Okay. Just magic +1. Well, it's good to see they kept the Fade the same as always. Utterly confusing. Gives you stats ups. Oh, mines. Good to know. That wasn't a fear. Hello.
By the Maker.
Is that Justina?
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion.
Divine Justinia.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm fairly certain she's dead. Could be a demon looking like her.
Back at Haven, I thought I saw. How can you be here?
She's not. I fear we face a spirit. Or a demon.
You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
How do you know what happened outside the Fade?
The real Divine would have no way of knowing that I'd been made Inquisitor.
I know, because I have examined memories like yours, stolen by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? Its work.
I would gladly avenge the insult this nightmare dealt my brethren.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its lair.
So, why do the demons serve Corypheus? That is a good question. Hadn't thought of it before. But
Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the nightmare serves willingly. For Corypheus has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the Magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
big demon Eramond was trying to bring through?
Yes.
It's nearby.
Yes.
Well, shit.
When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Demon that feeds on nightmares. Doesn't sound great. Also don't like that my memories apparently have a lot of skulls in them.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
Run while you can! Want them!
We were to be a sacrifice? Okay.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Who? To Vinter?
Now is the hour of our victory.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone, help me!
So, your mark did not come from Andraste. It came from the orb Corypheus used in his ritual.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
Okay. Well, yeah, it wasn't Andraste. Still doesn't help us get out of here. Well, I suppose we could get a door to get out of here, so let's keep moving again.
Is that everything you wanted me to see?
For the time being, you cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you.
All?
You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Something troubles you, Hawk.
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in
Oh.
their vision. Their actions led to her death.
I assumed he had taken their minds, as you have seen him do before. Come, we can argue after we escape this dark place.
Oh, I intend to.
Oh.
I've never met the Divine. You think that was really her?
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or, if it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia, that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
She seems interested in helping us. That much is clear.
And the nightmare? From what she said, I don't look forward to meeting it. Sounds like it preys on fear. Stealing people's memories. That's low, even for a demon.
Fear is a very old, very strong feeling. It predates love, pride, compassion, every emotion. Save perhaps desire. Be wary. The nightmare will do anything in its power to weaken our resolve.
After what it did to my fellow Wardens, I pray we find some way to strike it down.
Yeah, wondering exactly what it's got. That, like, it says it still has something of ours. Wonder what that is. Also, it said that she would clear the way ahead. How can she do that if she's actually just Stinia? Like, I know that she was like head of the Chantry, but generally head of the Chantry don't have any kinds of powers. Like supernatural, I don't think. Letter written by a shaky hand. Son, by the time you read this, the Darkspawn poison will have claimed me. We gave all at Starkhaven, and we bought time for the wardens to slay the archdemon. But when I smelled the corruption in my wound, I knew I would not see you again. Varus will want me to send men. Will want men to search the battlefield. He sees Starkhaven as rising to greatness. The weapons of 100 dead Grey Wardens lying unclaimed in the ground will help him conquer the free marches. You must refuse. The battlefield is soaked in poison, and no speech, no bullying, no taunts but cowardice can change that. Anything that roams the battlefield now will die. Stall him however you must, and watch for the crows. Those birds have good sense to fear the blight. When you see them gather, then you will know the poison is gone, and it's safe to search the battlefield for trinkets to satisfy Varus. I will not be here to guide you, son, so you must learn from the crows. They watch patiently. They let their fear keep them alive. Please, I beg you, watch the crows and do the same. Okay. So, yeah. Quite know what to make of that.
Ah, we have a visitor. Some foolish little boy comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from his shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think that pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home, so by all means let me return what you have forgotten.
So is that fear... Don't... They took our fear. That's what he's saying. That would explain, like, us just randomly being in the right position to be in charge of the Inquisition. I mean, no fear would definitely do that.
I expected worse.
These are but minor servants of the nightmare.
Pity.
I'm heading back this way in case the fear that we had to leave was the soldiers. No. I'm going to set that as... Oh, what's it called? The Fade? We'll set Fears of the Dreamer as marked. Okay, so it's back this way, I think. Yeah. Just so that we don't miss these ones. Because it could be pretty easy to miss. Oh, what's this? Master unveiled the new altar. Stands higher than a man, like a great statue, and great spikes jut out from its length, hungry for blood. The Master calls it the Claw of Dumat, and says that the altar will help bring Tevinter to glory. I praised it, as was expected, and the Master smiled. It was good to see him smile again. He has been fearful of late, vexed by the loss of his followers. He has met with the other priests, and in secret I have heard them discussing ways to return the people of Tevinter to the ways of the old gods, as is only just. He spoke to me later in the day, and asked me that I call him Corypheus, as that was his name. As that was the name he would take for himself after the ritual. Master, now Corypheus, told me that my people, the elves of old, were tied to the Fade, and that in order to carry out the will of Dumat, he would need to call upon the magic that lives in our blood. Corypheus told me to gather all of the elven servants and bring them to the western hall of our home at midnight. That is the hall where the Claw of Dumat is now kept. There are shackles across the top of the great altar, and pools lined with runes beneath the claws. I have sent my wife and children away, but have not warned the others. A few I may save. If I tried to save us all, we would only be killed in some other way, and the others would die in our place. Master once laughed and joked. He could be stern, but he was not a cruel man. The weakening of the temples brought fear into his heart, and the fear changed him. The cuts along his arms are deeper and longer where he used his blood magic more often. He speaks to his wife little, he listens only to the voices in his dreams. It is almost midnight, the claw of Demat, great and spiked and merciless, is all my mind can see. I must gather the others. My family is safe, Corypheus will take me, but not those I love. Words, somehow preserved in blood, at the statue's base. Okay, so looks like Corypheus got his fear taken by this nightmare as well. And that's probably why they start, well, him and the other magisters, and that's probably why they started their plan to try and get into the Black Temple, because they had no fear of it. Fears of the Dreamers, the Freeholder. I watched the blight take my land. I had nowhere to go. I tended the fields as I had. Even my flock died and my family sickened. My body racked with pains and chills. I saw too late the poison that had crept into the land. In my fevered dream, the sickness covered this whole world, and I wept in fear for the family I killed with my foolish pride. Show me that this world survives. Show me that the poison does not take everything. Constitution +1. Oh. Yeah, it must, okay, so it's showing them that the flowers survived again? I don't know. Lots of symbolism. Missing most of it. Sounds about right.
Watch out! I don't know what those are, but they're coming our way.
They look like spiders to me. Oh, they're corruption apparently. Okay. Spiders. Well, this is the way to the fear, so we'll head down here. Excerpt from a journal. I went to Devinter when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere, big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told me that the magisters light the dragons as a sign of their power. Dragons are beasts, mindless, terrible. The archdemon that comes with each blight is an offence to the Maker. We know all these things, but the magisters don't care. It is the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in the hands not ready for it. The mages only wish to celebrate themselves. The magisters are what the mages of Ferelden or Ley want to be, our rulers, holding us in terror so that we will wonder if they will bite as we walk by them. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I have killed many since the rebellion we all saw coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them at the Conclave and give them a chance to make peace. I will go. I will smile. But if dragon statue looks ready to bite, I will strike first. I am not a child. I will not be afraid. From the Journal of an Unnamed Templar.
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? You're a failure, and your family died knowing it.
The fear demon would know where to hurt us most. We must ignore it.
Those were little fears, tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
Spiders? That is not what I saw.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Wonderful.
Yeah, great. So what's over there? I don't want to miss out on anything, so we're going to head back and round. Ah, poem. No, it's not really the time.
I'm not familiar with this.
Excerpt from a journal. They think they own us. They think they decide whether we live or die. They sit there smug in their armour, ready to cut off our heads for the slightest transgression, as though we don't strive every day to stay sane, to keep the demons away. They can't control us any longer. I won't go back to the circle, not ever. I thought about it last night, being back in the tower. Their eyes on me, All of it came back, all the years, head down, don't clench your fingers, be a good mage, be a quiet mage. And I realised I don't want to make peace with the Templars. I want them to burn. I want it so badly that the bed caught fire and wouldn't go out until Ivan iced it all over. It's still there inside me. I want them to feel the fear they made me feel. I want them to know what it's like. We're leaving the conclave in a few hours. If those bastards so much as blink the wrong way, I'll let them see what an apostate looks like. Journal of an unknown mage. That's the same. Oh dear. Well, I guess that's what happened to the mage.
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. Like Blackwall. There's nothing like a Grey Warden, and you are nothing like a Grey Warden.
Okay.
Once again, Hawk is in danger because of you, Varric. You found the Red Lyrium. You brought Hawk here.
Just keep talking, Smiley.
Cunning, +1. So he's targeted everyone apart from our Grey Warden friend Stroud and Solus. They're the two that are left.
Döth ma Herelan. Mabanal inasalin. Marsolas ina Martin.
Bonal Nadas.
Oh, well, there's Solus. The one left is the Warden. Although I imagine that probably won't get said until we actually see what we're fighting.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger.
Okay.
We cannot tarry long.
So what are you?
So can you tell me who, what you are?
I told you. I am helping you.
Yes, but are you her, or some kind of fade remnant of her, or a spirit imitating her?
Our world is never that simple. What if the answer is none of those things? Or all of them? I am what the Maker made me. The question is, are you what the Maker made you, Inquisitor?
Well, I'm...
I was meant to become the Inquisitor.
But what is the Inquisitor? And how will it change the world? You believe in your purpose, and that is good. That is your power.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you?
I am what you see. All other answers rest in you.
So what's the nightmare?
I'd like to know more about the nightmare.
It is not simply fear. It is the terror you cannot remember, the horror your mind erases to protect you. When old memories no longer make the veteran soldier's hand tremble, it is because the nightmare has taken them. Most people avoid their fears. It is simple for the demon to steal the darkest fragments. They forget, and it feeds. Corypheus has helped it grow monstrous.
Doesn't sound too bad.
It makes people forget the worst parts of their fears. It almost sounds like the nightmare is helping people.
Perhaps it was once. But now, it helps none but Corypheus. By his hand, it creates more fear and grows even stronger. In any case, robbing people of their fears is never a kindness. At best, it is a mistake born of compassion. Without fear and pain and failure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow, as you cannot grow until you recover all that was taken from you.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, is anything here real?
So all of this is just a dream? Part of the Fade?
It is not just a dream. The minds of mankind are made real here. Their hopes, their loves, and their fears. What changes their world also changes this one. And yours are footsteps that move mountains in both. Tread carefully, Inquisitor. This ground is more treacherous than you know.
Okay. So, why are you helping us?
Tell me why you're here. Why take part in this?
After heaven, I hid here. I watched quietly, learned what I could, and searched for some way to help. And then you came.
I don't know what that means.
Corypheus and the Nightmare do an injustice to the world. You must stop them. Perhaps you were meant to stop them. Perhaps that is why I am here.
Okay, so what happened at Haven exactly?
You must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories, lost to the Nightmare when you last walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Would you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
And what's this glowing hand I have exactly?
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
You already know how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil, as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks a door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically, and survive. Without it, Corypheus must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now, and cannot be removed without your death.
Well, at least we know exactly what Corypheus wants. Presumably what he wants is us to die. Well, at least we know exactly why now. Most of him just being annoyed at us. He's annoyed at us and wants to mark him. Like, and that's the way he gets the mark in his hand. Oh, another memory of ours. Okay. Right, we're going to do this one first. Fears of the Dreamers, the Grey Warden. I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armour. Still, I was fated by joining to die. Alone in the deep rose, the calling in my mind, I sat by the last campfire I would see, allowing myself one night of terror, and cursed the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice that I have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than the dread hand of fate. Destroy my destiny, and let this be my decision. Right. Letter in a child, simple writing. The door is open. Mother said to run. She said the Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door is open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back, no matter what. The lamps are still lit all over the village, even during the day. See through the smoke. Mother should be here now. But the door is open. I'm going to look inside. Hastily written note. Note left by burning candle. Lunette, the breach is sealed and the war between the Templars and mages is finally over. All of our fear and terror is finally ending as the Order returns to this world. Wish you could see the people celebrating at Haven. It's everything you would have wanted when you left for the Conclave. I'll make your sacrifice a worthy one. What we do here with this fledgling Inquisition will shape all of Thedas. I'll make you proud. Your flame will burn forever as a beacon of hope. Something is happening. The ground is shaking, the soldiers are running to the gates. Rest well at the Maker's side, my daughter. I will sing your memory again soon. Love, Elowin. Did we know Elowin? I think we might have. I recognise the name. Okay, so let's see if we can find what the Grey Warden wants. For. What direction is it? Ah, it's over there. Can't get through that gate till we recover all the memories, so let's do it.
Keep running!
Go!
Breach back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
The demon!
Keep running!
Ah! Go!
It was you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then she died.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit.
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
Are you a memory of the Divine? A reflection?
If that is the story you wish to tell, it is not a bad one.
What we do know is that the mortal divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that crime were under the control of Corypheus. We can discuss this further once we return to Adamant.
Yes, Adamant, where the Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
How dare you judge us? You tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. Even without the influence of Corypheus, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
Agreed. The Wardens may once have served a greater good, but they are far too dangerous now.
What are you saying? You want to get rid of the Wardens? Everyone makes mistakes. They would have died to save us.
I don't know what to tell you. There are a few good ones, but an awful lot of the Wardens I've known went crazy.
I'm kinda thinking that Hawk is, well, Stroud actually is right, but it's definitely not the time to argue this.
This debate can wait until we're out of danger.
Inquisitor.
Oh good, bigger
The nightmare
spiders.
has found us.
Form up. I'm with you.
Okay.
not, the Divine is the key to escaping from the Fade.
Warden Stroud, how must it feel to devote your whole life to the Wardens, only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction. When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
With the Maker's blessing, we will end this wretched beast.
Okay, so now we've had everyone. Well, except us. We didn't get any. Oh, we got willpower from that one. A lot of dragonlings. Deep stalkers. That's the correct word for these ones. I wonder if that means that we're going to have to fight the dragon at the end. Oh, I hope not. Okay, I'm seeing if there was
Do you think you can
thing.
fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself. The demon army you fear, I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
Wonder if that means that we have to do all these Fears of the Dreamers things to get them, get the nightmare to disappear. Ah, Pride Demon. 2 Pride Demons. Oh well, we've got double the party. Guess we're fighting double the Pride Demons. Well, this seems like a good point. Take out one quickly and then we can get the other one. Ah, that wasn't tough. I'm going to take a break here, and next time we'll finish off the Fade. See you then.